NERDSoul. Alright, cool. Woo! Late, okay, at OneYoungsta, holding it down, breathe that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of movie reviews. We got a round table coming your way with two awesome people. A gentleman that definitely does not like Ghost or Tariq, and a young lady that holds it down in the cosplay section. So since we're going to go with the ladies first, we have Ninja Yoyo. What's up?
Yo, it's Ninja Yoyo coming in from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. What's up?
Word up, word up. Good to have you here. And the one, the only, Coop from Blerdish.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How you doing?
Oh, man, doing good as always. Happy to always pop up on your airwaves to drop my thoughts and unwanted comments. And I do not like Ghost or Tariq. This is true.
Man, Tariq is the most butt-whoopable child probably in television history.
I don't know, man. Take somebody from Game of Thrones from what I hear.
Okay.
Or maybe
so, guys... oh, go ahead.
Or maybe the kid from, what's that movie? That the evil Superman, but you ain't whooping his child. You ain't whooping him.
Well, see, he ain't on TV, so I'll let him slide.
Okay.
He ain't on TV.
Cool.
So we gonna let him slide.
I forgot Brightburn was even a thing. That was pitiful movie.
Good old Brightburn.
Ain't nothing good about
it. See, unwanted comments, y'all.
So with that said, we're here to talk My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising. The movie's out. It's been out 2 weeks now, so most likely if you wanted to see it, you've seen it by now. We're gonna round table this joint. This is full spoilers, so if you ain't seen it and you don't want to know about nothing, then don't be listening. And
but still listen though.
It, go see it and come back. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to hear nothing like, you spoiled me. I ain't know nothing you told me. Like, look, just take your butt to the movie theater, go watch it, and then come back.
Yeah.
But I want to start out with Ninja. What was your theater experience like watching this?
For one, it was actually pretty pleasant. Usually when we go to the theaters for an anime movie, they would have to show themselves. And they get pretty awkward, but it was pretty pleasant this time around. There was no weird screeching or yelling or unwanted comments during the duration of the film, so that was nice.
Unwanted comments, wow.
Yeah.
Unwanted comments.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Peanut gallery type stuff, but not this time. So that was nice. And they had multiple showings, which is nice as well. My Hero, this movie, I think, I don't remember the numbers now, but it did really well in the box office the first week.
First week?
Yeah. I think it was 10 million in the first week. So, all in all, good. And I'm glad to see more and more anime viewing opportunities, mainly through the Cinemark, but I'm sure other franchises do it as well. So, yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, because I saw it at Cinemark, but AMC has it out here too.
Oh, okay.
So big shout out to AMC. But Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
What was your experience like?
I also saw it at Cinemark. We out here giving free advertising. I could have went to AMC.
Cinemark will cut us a check later. Don't worry.
Hey, cut the check.
It's in the mail.
Cut the check, Cinemark. But I love my experience. Just like what Ninja said, basically, this is probably my first, true anime movie seen in the theater, just because they come and go so fast, and especially when you're in, say, not, Los Angeles, New York, or Dallas, or some big metropolis like that. Anime movies sometimes last just a weekend. So I made sure
to do it on the weekend.
Yeah,
weeknight,
like Wednesday or Thursday or something.
Yeah.
But thankfully, they were nice enough to let this one go from like Wednesday through Friday. Caught it on Thursday, saw it dubbed. It was just like a dope movie experience, just like a normal movie experience. But like you say, wasn't no screeching or people rolling on the floor doing con shenanigans. They actually sat down and watched a movie.
You know what that means?
What?
It just means that as time and normalcy expands, it just means more and more of the quote unquote common folk are enjoying the viewing experience and enjoying the fandom. Kind of like, bringing it MCU or something like that. Like, it's not just for that weirdo, like, mouth breather in the hallway anymore. Like, it's for everybody.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that was one of the things where I said, you know what? And before we get into it, like deep into it, I said it felt like the anime equivalent of the Avengers. And it was a great experience and, good just viewing like that. But like you say, it's not just the, weeaboo. Sorry if that offended any people out there. I still don't think that's a quote unquote offensive word. Maybe I'm wrong. I apologize if I is. But just the person, just like who brought their kid, like, all right, you like this. Maybe pops don't like or understand anime, or maybe mom don't. But all right, this is my kid's fandom. Or, teenagers are like, all right, this is cool. I'm into this. I like it. So I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. I saw there was a mother with 2 or 3 kids, and then there was a father with like 2 or 3 kids in my screening. Then there was some cats way in the back. They looked mad suspect, but I ain't say nothing to them. Like, I saw them and I was like, did y'all sneak in this? But they look mad suspect. They look like definitely like some villains coming into that joint.
Oh,
then, but everybody was cool. It wasn't nothing crazy. Everybody was cool though.
All right. Well, nothing happened. Nothing happened.
That's great.
Well, no. Something definitely happened.
Oh.
All right. So there was this kid sitting beside me, right? Well, he was like 1 seat away. So he's trying to hold like Skittles or something and popcorn and also drink soda and stuff. And I'm like, why don't this dude, like, in my head, I'm like, yo, why don't you just sit this down? Like, sit it down. And like, I was just, you know how you think something, you just like, whatever. So I'm watching the movie and like 5 minutes later, all I hear is like, it's like, yo, it's like, I don't know, because it rolled under my feet like M&M's or Skittles or something rolling around on the floor. And like, I did a baby giggle in my head. And then, and like the kid kind of like bent down under the chair trying to like find stuff. And I'm on the row where the rail is at. So when he went to put his head back up, he bumped his head on the rail. And I was like, ah.
What?
But I didn't mean to do that to him, but it was kind of funny.
I got to ask, what are y'all doing out in California? Do y'all not know how to sit down and enjoy a film?
I was enjoying the film just fine. He was trying to do too much with his snacks. All right, one snack at a time.
You know what I'm
saying?
In the
a
spirit
Skittle, release the Skittle, then get the popcorn, then release the popcorn.
In the spirit of this being a family show, I ain't gonna let you put weird things in my mind. Like, so I'm gonna shut up. Like, well, I don't know. You gotta behave with your snacks, folks. Behave with your snacks.
Yeah, behave with your snacks. Oh man. So anyway, let's go on and get into the movie. I'll start with Coop this time. What's your favorite part?
Man, it's so many. I am low key a weird Shrappy fan, so I do like the fact that she got like some roles, that got to do something. But I don't have one. Well, let me think about it for a split second. I would say Shrappy, but ultimately, I mean, it's always the big fight. The big fight in general with Deku and Bakugo with the major villain. But you know what? What part I really like though? Who I didn't know was gonna get off. Like, I know the villains are going to be the way that they are, but I guess he was a Wolfman / Griffin or Chimera, whatever the hell he was.
Yeah,
he was getting off. Like, he was not there for the play.
Work either.
I'm gonna say Chimera. I think that's what it was, because he had a lot of animal things going on.
It's probably similar to the guy from the senior class, what's his name, Tamaki or whatever like that. But they didn't explicitly say that he consumed something to make him that way.
Yeah, look.
He had all that, and he also had like fire breathing and super strength and durability and like it was
this man was a
dude was like Godzilla with dreadlocks.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't even understand the dreadlocks, but you know what? The way he was fighting,
because before he got his quirk, he was a brother. You know what I'm saying? He was a brother that was right near the beach, boy.
Yeah, then they called him a monster, and you see what it went all downhill.
Boy.
He is not somebody for the play. Like, look, you don't want to know what's under that trench coat. Nothing but more powers.
Yo, man, homie was dope. He was dope. I did like that, and I like the coordination with what is it? Damn, I can't even think of his name now. Is it Todoroshi? I'm trying to think what other kids were there, but I like the coordination of how like
Ida.
Yeah, and like how everybody was like, I'm gonna play my role. I'm gonna let you use your power. I'm gonna use mine.
Yeah.
Like nobody was really stepping on each other's toes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was dope, and it was on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Right near the beach. But shouts out to Ninja. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part probably comes in direct comparison to the first movie. Is that in the first movie we get to see highlights of a section of Class A versus in the second movie we see pretty much every member of 1A. Like they're all on this expedition, so we get to see them all in some capacity or another rather than just a core group. Because I mean I am a manga reader of My Hero, and pretty much every arc kind of highlights a certain cluster of kids or heroes or whatever that may be, or villains. But this like episode, you got to see like pretty much the whole class do something to some sense in how they've grown or how they communicate and how they've learned. And I really appreciate that in comparison to the first movie.
Yes, and just to throw in, that's why when I said it felt like an Avengers movie, just how she explained, that's what I love. That everybody got some love this time. Even from Minetta, well,
she's vanished at the end of the movie, man.
But you know what? I ain't even tripping because she gets a lot of parts in the show. She gets more parts than speaking lines than Frappy.
I don't know about all that. I'm a call a red flag on that statement. But you can't have everybody have an equal amount of screen time, which I understand. But I think they literally forgot about her. I have to rewatch the movie.
She is invisible.
Supposed to be with the last group protecting the kids, and we see everybody in the last group, and then she's just like not there. So I'm not sure what happened. I need to rewatch. Maybe I missed something. But
I do remember that. Then she's like, "Yeah, stay here," and then.
I think the writers literally just like, we don't know what to do here. But it's fine. It's not really a critique. It's more so an observation than anything. But that being said, if I can only think of one person that I felt you didn't see enough of, rather, then I think that's pretty good considering how many kids are in that class.
And the fact is, you don't see her anyway.
Maybe she just took her gloves off and ran to the bushes. I don't know.
I mean, maybe she took her gloves and slapped somebody with them.
The world may never know.
We'll never know. For me, my favorite part was probably when Tenya was like, he was like, all right, you go here, you go, because it's like, even though they were only doing kind of like, help out in the community stuff, like they knew how to form up and go straight into action. Like they weren't tripping, they weren't bugging out or nothing. It wasn't like when they went, remember when they was like training out in the woods or something?
And they didn't know nothing.
And the dudes came and they were like, people was getting sick because of the dust or whatever.
Yeah.
And they was acting all scared. You see that progression.
Yeah.
And then
and shout out to Ida and Momo. Like I love that it's those two who may not be, we know they're not gonna be the greatest of heroes. Not that they're not gonna be good, but I love that the class reps who are highly thought of and respected and for their powers, abilities and maturity led. That's what I like to see. Especially out of Ida. Because, he's like a legacy. They both legacies, per se. Yeah. And, Ida got a long, I mean, his quirk literally runs through his family. Like he it's passed down through him. So you got to see an actual good guy, like either like, all right, let's do this. We know your abilities. I know this. I got this, and not waver and take
And you need
control.
those strategic people, you know what I'm saying? It's like they might not be the heroes, but it's like you need those strategic people that's like, yo, they're gonna be like the general or something and kind of like, hit you with some schematics.
Yeah, because like where Deku and Bakugo are both intelligent enough, one is too much of a hothead, the other one, you know, is hesitant, and you need somebody. Hey, look, we need this regimen here. They can capture and evade, or they can delay. Y'all are heavy hitters. Y'all got to fight. Oh boy, we need somebody who could like kind of slow people down, or trap, evade, or help with, evacuation. So it kind of touched upon like all of their, I guess you could say, key areas of what their powers would really be needed in those scenarios. So it had a strategic element to it.
Yeah, and the hero shot. The hero shot when they were all standing up on the little mountaintop or whatever, like waiting at the castle.
I
That
mean,
when they all kind of flexed real quick, they was like, yeah.
I mean, you got a number one cosplayer out here. She knows about that. She knows about the how to make a pose.
I mean, but to be fair though, I would have been the little dude with the balls on his head standing there. So I don't know how strong I would look on that mountaintop,
I
popping off
mean,
to the feet.
Pop off was popping off, man. I mean, I could do it without his little crying, but he,
To my homie, he
Your homie was
grown since the
bleeding
first
hardcore
Oh.
from the dome piece, though.
I was like, look at Manetto standing up, but it's all for nothing. I ain't gonna say for
It was
nothing.
not all
Well,
for nothing.
he-
He was wearing people
He
down.
helps in some support roles.
Yeah.
Come on now, don't no.
I ain't knocking Manetto. I ain't knocking my bad. It did slow him down. It slowed.
Like
I'm just saying,
when they
his
had the
whole
mummy, the
character arc in
dude,
the first
the mummy
movie
dude,
was
he
he's
kind of helped out a
scared.
little bit.
And he at least wasn't scared in the sense that he
Yeah.
choked. So hey, that's a plus.
He did not freeze. He cried while doing it, but he jumped in. I like look at Manetto jumping into action. The mummy dude was cool though. I ain't gonna lie. Those powers, I would not want to fight somebody with those type of powers.
I liked seeing Sarah, Tape Guy. I like seeing him.
Yeah.
We have not gotten a lot of him thus far in animated features. And it was nice seeing how he utilizes his quirk. That was pretty cool. Seeing him in combat. It was also nice seeing Mina acid with the acid and everything, collabing with the dark guy, or what's his name? Bird guy, Kaka. This guy, that guy.
Did you say Kakao?
What is it?
I don't wanna say it
Tokoyami.
wrong. That's his battle
Tokoyami?
cry. Yeah.
or better yet, just call him dark emo edge lord guy. I mean, that's
not
probably.
emo, though.
He
He's
is.
not really
Come
emo.
on, man.
He's
Yo, he
calm.
is a cool cat, man. He
Yeah,
actually
he's
has like a
chilling.
pretty sweet power.
But is it me, or does it seem like he had a little feelings for
It's heavy
as-
on the shift for those two. It was
I-
heavy.
Who, Mina?
yeah.
He was petting his little shadow man. He was rubbing it on his head.
Yo, look. Mina came through with the bodysuit though. He was like, oh, I peeped that.
I mean,
He was like,
it's obvious.
I mean, that is her costume.
Yeah. I mean,
well,
but
yeah.
I mean, but look, I ain't mad at him. Like, if you know. I mean, plus she's a sweetie, though.
And
I
then,
mean,
you know what I'm saying? She got hurt and he went, you know what I'm saying?
that's when it all went
He
bad
was a
for her.
classic shonen protagonist.
He powered up.
When your girl gets hit to lose control. Yeah.
He got super strong. I was like, oh Lord, he's in the darkness.
Classic shonen shenanigans.
Oh man, yeah, because there's a lot of stuff in here where it's like, of course, because I've been watching anime for quite some time. I'm pretty sure, like you guys, and there's some stuff in the show and in the movie at times where it's just like, okay, so I guess what we're gonna do this for about 15 episodes, right? It's like, is you see it and you're like, I don't know if we want to go here or not, but you kind of know the show has to go where it's going.
Hey, I mean, that's why you gotta appreciate shows that can knock it out one season in 20, 25 episodes or less. That's why they win
Yeah,
awards.
you know what I'm saying? But let's see who else kind of came through. See, I feel like I'm missing somebody who we got Koji came through with the birds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo,
Yep.
in the clutch.
That was
He did.
I love him. He's such a cinnamon roll. He's so sweet. Yeah, I like that. Like everybody got to do a little something, which was nice. But
Yeah.
he got that diversion down pat.
Even Sugar Boy, is that his name?
Sugar Rush dude.
Oh, he was
jumped
rowing that
in.
boat, boy.
He came in, like he got knocked around, but he did what he was supposed to do. He threw his body in there, tried to disrupt best as he could. He did. That's all, because it was like, you are not hurting me, son.
One thing I did like that you don't see in the anime as often, or rather you just forget over the episodes, is that these characters all, like, quirks have limits. Like, eventually you will get tired. You can only produce so much. You get weak. It's like chakra. You can run out, so to speak. And we haven't seen that in a while. Like, especially with Bochaco, I kind of forgot. Yeah, she gets nauseous when she uses her powers, and like these kids were like, they were fighting for like,
you know what?
Like 27 hours straight. Like eventually you're gonna tap out. And
I'm
so
glad
bleeding
you
from
mentioned
the
that.
skull, or heavy breathing, or passing out, or vomiting. Like they showed that, they reminded us that these kids will hit their end. So
she did come through though.
Yeah, she did. She
pushed.
Everybody did what they were supposed to do. So.
And I think it showed that these kids are like a really, really strong unit.
Yeah.
Question, because I don't know this. When is this set? Like, where is this set at with the show?
This is a little bit ahead of what's being shown, like a scooch ahead.
Yeah.
A scooch?
A scooch, because this is why. Go. You can go ahead if you want. Sorry.
Oh no. You got to take it with a grain of salt. There's not really a whole lot you can take from this movie and apply it to the actual trajectory of the story. It's not just a filler per se, because there is stuff in there that's necessary to know. But mainly that's just the stuff with the League of Legends and Hawks more so than anything. So, some anime-only viewers were a little confused because they're like, what's going on with Hawks is being sketchy, right? Which, at this point in time, you're supposed to be just now catching on to that, So, no spoilers in the manga, but I'm like, that's really the main takeaway from the movie, more so than a lot of other stuff, because as you can tell, there's not really a major reset button, but there's kind of some stuff put back, kind of step back above beyond, So.
I just like that.
Yeah, because for the show, right now we're at the school festival, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the weakest art.
So I'm like,
in my opinion, but whatever.
Well, it's weak because I like when
it's not your opinion; it's everybody's opinion.
I mean,
don't nobody want to see no school festival.
Hey, I kind of like. I actually like the school festival. You know why?
It's not a bad art.
Really?
It's just
really?
You know why?
A whole bunch of fillers.
You know why I like
people playing in the school dance.
You know why I like it, Mike? Okay,
why?
Mr. Action.
Why do you
Mr.
like
Action? Because man, they just look. They're cool with them. Just went through some hell. They are kids. They are in high school. Let them reset. Let them heal. We check up on Eri-chan. We see what's going on with Lemillion. He's being goofy.
I mean, there's going to be a villain. There's going to be action, of course, but it's not as every arc in My Hero is so critical because it's overwhelmingly critical to whatever the end game is going to be. Yeah. So this one, there's still a villain. There's still this and that, but the important bits are a little harder to come by, just based on the content of who the villain is and what that villain means to the overarching story is not as significant as the villains in all the other stories, including the movies. I mean, it's not like we're going to see the villain in the movie again or anything, that, to my knowledge, at least currently right now, no. But there's still a significant, there's a significance with the League of Villains and stuff like that versus this arc, not really as much. I mean, of course, there's character development individually with the heroes and stuff like that, but it's just, it's not as far as shonen goes, they can get lost arc by arc, and you kind of like with My Hero, you can take tidbits like, okay, that's going to carry on, and the festival arc doesn't really have as much where you're like, you know what, I'm going to need to remember that, or if I forget that, it's going to come back type of deal.
And I think that's cool to be able to take a easy like, reset and just chill instead of doing like a whole
but it's
like
not
say.
chill. They're still fighting and villains and stuff. It's just not as important, but it's not like laid back. It's not like it's just not. It'd be one thing if it went slice of life on us. It's just went real like, man.
I'm saying,
getting through. It's not transitional.
See, Sherry, I need to introduce you to Mike is Mr. Action. I swear, if there ain't like a roof being blown off, he's gonna be like, it's just I need more. But I'm just saying, I like the build up. I'm digging Gentle. I want to find out more about Gentle and La Brava. What's their story? I can't wait to see more about that and see what he pulls off. Now, I'm not a manga reader, so I'm watching along.
I'm sick of the YouTuber villain trope. I'm like, that stuff's not going to age well. It's not. I mean, I'm playing through Borderlands 3, and I'm like, this game is not going to age well. Or some of the other anime and stuff that's out there, comics and so forth, everybody's like super duper like Fortnite trope, streamer, YouTuber, Twitch, and all that. But they're like super powered. Like that's not going to age well. It's just not going to.
Yeah.
It's not going to. It doesn't stick with me, and then everybody's doing it like over the past couple of years. So it's kind of like, all right, well, this isn't even that unique, Everybody's just like, it's your girl, messing up stuff.
I feel bad because shameless plug. One of my villains for my book gonna be a evil YouTuber gamer.
Well. I don't want to.
Speaking of stuff that will be, won't be regarded or remarked upon. I'll say this first. The opening of the movie was cool. Did it make either of y'all want to go and watch Initial D at all?
I did think about it. Like, I kind of vaguely remember what happened, but I was like, oh yeah, I remember watching Initial D. So it made me say something in that opening made me say it. So I can't remember now, but.
You talking about the scene where they're doing the high speed chase with the villain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean,
it was a little throwbacky, I guess, if I think about it real hard. It was a little classic, like that classic hero chase, that classic cops and robbers type stuff. So yeah.
And we got to see, the new number one. You know what I'm saying? The new number one headband.
Oh, you mean the father and husband? Yeah, Endeavor?
Yeah, exactly. The dude who will never be considered the number one. He's number two forever in my mind and heart.
No, he's number one.
So why you gonna hate on Endeavor now? That's what we do.
I always hate on Endeavor. I just tell the truth.
He is number one. I mean, they released that. He is number one. But he's still a jerk, but he is number one.
That dude is about as heroic as Deadpool. I mean, actually, Deadpool is more heroic because, abusive father, abusive husband.
Hey man,
well, I mean, look at Bakugo. He headed on the way, and we still got love for Bakugo.
He ain't beat nobody.
Yeah, that's a little different.
It's like he's just a jerk. He's just a. I was about to say something.
I was going to more so allude it to, I don't want to get too crazy, so I'm not going to say like R. Kelly or nothing like that, even though I just said it. But I was thinking more so like, these jerks that are like in the NBA or NFL or whatever, like they still show up to the field and do what they need to do, but they are not good guys at home.
You know what?
I think it's a lot like that. So,
Endeavor is the perfect example of like I used to be. He's like a coach. He's like a coach, and Todoroki is the coach's son, and he's abusing his son. Like, you're not good enough. You never be good enough. I only had you to carry on my legacy.
Shouts
like that.
To now that you said that, you reminded me. Shouts to Todoroki for the ill. I'll give him a shout and then I'll ding him real quick. But shouts to him for doing that whole like full body freeze.
Yeah,
big shout to that.
That was dope.
But then I gotta ding him because he should have like dropped down and like straight up kicked him in the chest and just exploded the dude. That would have been dope.
But that wouldn't be.
That would have been ill.
That would have been heroic though.
Yeah, that's not how they do
Yo,
it.
it would have been heroic.
This ain't Marvel Mike.
Yo, he should.
in land. That's not how
Like when you try to legit train to be a hero.
Plus, my heroes,
Yo.
they make a statement of trying to, like, when they capture people to try to, like, get intel and information. And right now, it's really critical to get whatever information they can. So basically, every villain associated with League of Legends, etc., they try to apprehend them alive so they can try to squeeze out information and intel because they know Jack Squad, even with as much resources as they have, they actually are like 3 steps behind League of Legends.
Yeah, they literally just found out that the head guy is like all Mike's mentor's grandson, or son. So that's all they know, as far as I seem to know, as far as based on the show.
What I'm saying is, we got 3 other villains. All right,
okay,
we can lose one. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
freeze him up, hit him with the Buddhist palm, like clap.
Okay, I'll say this.
Not talking, so I mean, I guess. What's a body if you're not talking?
I'll say this. In comic book world, that dude's so powerful, maybe you should get rid of him. Because if he freeze, he messing you up. Like,
well, here's the thing. Here's the magic of anime movies. We probably won't see this. I can't say we can. I don't know for sure, but we probably won't see old dude again unless they just decide to pretend.
No.
But My Hero is pretty unique. They'll bring in stuff from prequels. There's a prequel manga out there. They'll bring in some random stuff on you, and you're looking real confused. So I'm not gonna say they won't bring him around again, but we probably won't see him again because he is so OP, man.
He's too OP for the regular TV show.
He was too strong.
I don't even know if I guess Bakugo and Deku could have handled him, but even still.
I mean, all you gotta do is put old girl on Deku's back. He can hit you with the million fists or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Rain down the fist of heaven.
I mean, but you can't prove that you can use that when you need to use it every time. You're talking about area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any proof right now. Like, we know that old girl can just whip that out whenever she wants to whip it out. So that's not a confident strategy there.
That was kind of plot armor power. Yeah. And plus, if she really got good at her power, she'll just kill Deku.
I mean, plot armor is kind of what we sign up for when we get into a big universe such as this, especially with like quirks. Because plot armor through and through is this whole dual 100% plus ultra stuff that Bakugo and Deku pulled out their AWS.
Yo, when they were standing there, I was like, y'all about to do some fusion, ain't y'all? And when he was like, I'm gonna give you my power, I was like, I knew it.
I knew
it. But
hit
him with that Doctor Strange, there is only one way, and I was like, no. And like I could tell I was sitting with anime only people, which is fine, but they're like, I hear people crying and sniffling in the audience. I'm here like, bro, you know they're gonna have to renege this at the end of the movie. Like, there's just no.
Even if you an anime only person, common sense is Deku is the star. It's just like I knew it wasn't gonna happen. Like, with Deku just ain't gonna be the star anymore. Like, nah, he don't get his powers back.
Yo, man, you never know. You saw what they did with Transformers. You know what I'm saying? When I was a little boy, they killed Optimus Prime. Like, what?
Let's not bring that up, man. That's still sore, man. Death to Rodimus Prime.
Broke my heart.
Death to Rodimus Prime. But I like Starscream better than Rodimus Prime.
Oh, that's cold.
At least he know he was ready to lead. He might have been a hater, but he was dying to lead. Rodimus, I don't know.
He wanted to lead, but he wasn't able to lead. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that the truth of most leaders? Politics. Yeah. Anyway.
It's like they want the limelight, but they don't want to do the work. You know what I'm saying?
But they just incapable. Anyway, what I was thinking of? What do you think of? Speaking of villains, what do you think of the pins and needles lady and mummy as villains? Before I guess we lead up to 9.
They're alright. the girl as
I
usual.
think they served their purpose. They were good enough to be a good obstacle, but they weren't crazy. And then of course you had the OP. I don't know the Rasta Wolf. I don't know what his name was. I can't remember. But he is Rasta Wolf for me. Like he had dreads. He was a wolf, and he always had a cigar. Yo, homie was kind of baller.
But sure,
homie was kind of baller on the sneak.
Didn't he have chicken legs too?
Yo, he had he had like chicken feet or something like that. Yo, homie was Rasta Wolf, son. That's his name from now on. I'm calling him Rasta Wolf.
Dude was too OP. But he never lit his. Yeah. But he never lit his cigar. Oh, that's right, kid show. Well,
no.
He did light it
because he had firepower.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he lit
it. He was shooting out fireballs like the hollows. I'm like, good lord, man. What is he gonna become, a full bringer next to? He gonna pull an Ichigo?
Oh man. Yo, but that was dope. And then it was also cool to see that they never really backed down in front of him. Mm-mm. Like, I mean, they knew they were up against some crazy odds, but they never, I ain't see no B in none of them. I'll say that. Nah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see none of that.
Not even the homie Manila.
They held it down.
Not even Zero when he was getting his Spider-Man on with the rocks. I love the whole animation with the rocks. That scene, like I said, I did like that scene.
Oh yeah.
Even
the rocks was a dope plan too.
And shout out to even the cat with the naval laser. He gave it his all.
Oh yeah.
When he kept
homie
shooting.
Went plus ultra.
He went plus ultra.
Yo, he went plus ultra. He had elbow lights, knee pad lights. He had all the lights. and he pumped it out. I'm gonna leave that.
Man,
I'm gonna just leave it alone.
I
thought about it when I said it. Like when I said it, I thought about it, and I was like, "Oh."
I ain't got no comment, man. But he did a good job.
I would like to see some newer cannons from I can't think of her name now. Momo.
Yeah,
I would like to see some newer cannons because she be having them old like Civil War cannons. I'm like, who?
Yeah, but
who?
Maybe it's. But
can we get some better cannons?
I think the reason why, and I don't know if necessarily if they state why or not. I think the reason why she does stuff like that quite often is that it requires less of her. So like if you build anything with like this like super techy, right? That's going to require way more properties. Think of it as like alchemy, right? That's going to require way more to basically get the same equivalent of like the firepower of cannon, which is like iron and stuff like that. It's kind of easier to reproduce. Plus, you got to keep in mind everybody's got to get ready to do their level up anyways. I'm sure she's got one too, or everyone's going to have one. But I like to think of it that she could only produce what or not only, but she could spend all her energy and get like one really cool techie thing, or she can like when she made the drone, she could have probably made something a little bit more efficient in a drone, but it would take way more energy. So let me use a little bit of energy to put out this little slow ass drone.
I let it slide, and then of course they put the ticking time clock on it too. They were like 6 hours until it gets. I was just like, oh, here we go.
So everybody
they're gonna be coming at the last minute.
You gotta have the counter, Mike. Come on, man. This is about the children.
Everything was timed out pretty well except for Hawk's arriving. I was like, dude must have like some major wingspan and must have caught a gust like downwind. He got there way too fast.
He was also flying mad hard because he's like, yo, the kids in danger, man.
I did, man.
Hawk loves the kids.
The quickest someone would get there would be whatever they said, X amount of hours, based on the drone getting there, they're getting the information and going. I know he's doing his investigation because that's what Hawk does, but still flying over there, he got there while still like stuff was still happening a little bit. I think he got there a little too quickly, but minor.
My question is,
not on it, but
why the heroes don't have somebody with a warp gate power? Like they gotta be a good guy with the warp gate.
Yo.
We haven't seen that yet, but I bet if we do see it, it's going to have a lot of asterisks next to it. It's going to be like, I got to be able to visualize where I am or been there before. You know how that stuff.
But the evil warp gate, they'll send you to the beach. They'll send you
or a certain amount of distance. They just can't be like, oh, we just be wherever we want, whenever we want. My hero does a really good job
That is true.
being like trying to not make stuff too OP, with the exception of Wolf Boy. But everybody kind of has something that sets them back a little. So I think we will see somebody that could do that, but I think it's going to be some rules to it. It's not going to be just like I can take y'all wherever y'all want to be type of deal.
Because the Wolfman had no weaknesses other than just getting froze. He had all the strength, but
he was ugly. That's a big deal. Being ugly in this universe apparently really messes people up. So,
except if you gang Orca and you fly her.
He had a chip on his shoulder about it for sure. So,
yeah, but gang Orca also has a cool jacket and like I don't know, minions.
Pimping, man, pimping.
Was I the only one in the theater early on was like looking at the kids like, yo, where your mama at? And then like mad later they was like, oh, her mama dead. And I'm like, so why your daddy leave y'all?
First of all,
I'm like, why your daddy leave y'all?
Yeah, they should have just lived in Tokyo. The dad was always traveling there anyway.
Can I just say this about like special anime movies or tropes? That's one trope that I'm kind of tired of. The kids were
they're not in danger.
I mean, I know they're the reason that I know the moment that we meet them, like, okay, they're central to the story or they wouldn't be in the story. I didn't really care about them. Like, other than the boy was cool. I know the little girl's the older sister. Somebody had to be the annoying little brat. But it's like,
yeah.
I will say this. The movie did a good job of getting that crap out the way really fast and then moving it along. Like, thank you. Let's not do like, in the 80s where it's like, the little goofy character like, say, He-Man or something like if it's Orko sucking up too much time screen. Just like, let's move that along. So, good job to them. They had to do the trope, but they like made it important and they actually made it central.
And they had to do the dead parent trope. They did all that. They gave you all the tropes. All right, they gave you the trope of the like sort of they sort of gave us orphan kids, but they didn't. Then they gave us the dead mama. Then like dad's working, he's working
on a whole other island
to take care of these kids.
It's like, but why they don't go to that island? Just move to that island.
Yeah, why don't they just move where he living at? And then there was like we all work together to make sure we keep an eye on.
But
them.
They out here get kidnapped.
That's not how caretaking works.
Yeah, they out here literally running around like it's the Lord of the Flies.
I actually speaking on the kids or whatever. I really do like the idea of the cell regeneration quirk. I thought that was a really neat. Quote unquote new quirk. Because we know we've got healers, but what's her name? Old lady.
I say Kiss Girl, but Recovery Girl.
Yeah, I don't know why her name escapes me. Recovery Girl, there it is.
Recovery Mama.
Like I said, they're good at asterisks, right? So like they're like, oh, we can heal you, but like your broken bones or whatever, we can't do that. Like I can only heal like your open wounds and stuff. Versus the cell regeneration, I'm like, that's kind of a game changer. Like that's different.
Yeah, that is. I can heal you and I can make you better. Like okay, his quirk is important.
Like I ain't going front. That might be something where, what is it? Panda. Yeah, I called him Panda. Panda might want to roll through and be like, I know your dad be working like mad far. Why don't you just kick it with us at UA? Cause we need you. Because there's this whole League of Villains thing going on.
Like man,
and we could definitely use your skills.
Couldn't his powers help? Like if they, I guess.
The only reason they can't do that is because this is the anime only movie. It would make sense for them to bring him in, but that's just because for continuity purposes. So.
His powers would help Eren and All Might.
That's the problem with these like OVAs and stuff like that, where it's like, yeah, it's dope to watch for like the animation's sake, but then it's like, this stuff don't matter. Like the whole fusion. Yeah, I called it fusion because it's fusion.
It's fusion.
All right, so the whole fusion, they're like, oh, Bakugo doesn't remember. It's like, oh, really? That's how.
First of all, I got a question. Why does it like if he already knows about All for One? Why does it matter if he remembers or not? In fact, if he remembered, that would
I don't know.
Help him become a better, less of a an idiot.
The
I can't
only
say what else.
reason they took his memory away because it's never mentioned because we know where the movie takes place and it's so far back compared to where the manga is now. It would make no sense that it would have never came up in the manga again. That's the only reason why they're like, well, we just won't act like this. It was a thing. That's the only reason why. Now, if this took place like say the manga was further back, like maybe just like an arc or two ahead, they might have would have kept it around so they could just casually mention it. But right now, so much time has passed and no one's mentioned it. There's got to be a reason for it. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why they reneged on the memory of Bakugo, and that's the easiest person to do it from because Deku and All Might, they're used to, and they never even explain. They're just like, oh, I guess all for one just this thing.
He does his thing. It does. All for One does what it does because he got to.
Yeah.
It activates.
Well, I mean, One for All kind of does too. I mean, it's like
we're in the Avatar
we don't really
now, guys. That's just all this.
Yeah, it's kind of like
we're here
because I mean, it's very similar.
Avatar State.
It's
Avatar State.
I mean, Ninja's right in this case. All of these shows, like whether it's Dragon Ball, whether it's Naruto, whether it's I don't know, like One Piece or something, whatever, is like all of them are like, just believe this.
Yeah, just go with it.
Just believe this.
So I got a question.
Don't ask no questions.
I got a question. In Dragon Ball, when people fuse, they get a name. What's the fusion name for the Deku and Bakugo fusion?
Dekugo?
I don't know. I was going to say Dekugo was the first one. Baku.
It's like Dekugo. That's the only thing I can think.
King Lord is.
But it was good to see them team up.
Ultra guy.
Guy.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, that was cool to watch, like this one off. But I don't know if I want to say that was a strength or a weakness of the movie, just because I knew, like, when it's going down, you're like, this cannot be for like period. Like, this is not going to be something that just comes up again, or it's not like Fusion and Dragon Ball, because that every so often can at least come back up. This is something we're not going to see again. I just don't think we will.
Ever.
And if we do, it'll be at the climax of the actual anime. It'll be like towards the end or something like that. Like, this is just, that was such a magical moment that I'm like, they done pulled this out their ass now. Like, I'm like, I just can't believe old dude's like, there's only one way. I was like, okay, Doctor Strange, like, no, we're not.
But,
like,
and I admit, as he was doing it, and afterwards, like, oh, that was so cool. Then logic starts setting in. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, we know Bakugo has always been stronger than Deku, but literally, if you ain't strong enough to use All for One at a certain percentage and you just got it, you ain't supposed to be able to use it. It's supposed to hurt.
The fact, like, you can't be passed out and do that much while being passed out. Like, that's some shonen shenanigans. Like, I'm like, this dude was having full
shonen
conversation.
shenanigans.
Shonen shenanigans. That's
shonen shenanigans, man. I call it. Like, I'm like, it got a little chaotic for me. But it's cool. Like I said, the idea of that happening, like if that happened like way later on in the series, that would have been a really cool hyped up moment because like we know that like Bakugo looks up to All Might and all this. Like it's a cool idea. I feel like it was just premature. Like it was a little.
Oh, it's mad premature.
Yeah.
It was because it's like when Bakugo say like, "What about your dream? You'll never be a superhero again." And I was like, "Oh man, they go deep. Like they go emotional here."
This is something that you do. I agree with Ninja. This is something that you do, like either the last season or the season leading to the last season, where it's like you really think, and maybe we lose a kid or two. They're not in high school no more. Now they're in I don't know. UA college or something, I don't know. Like they're like a little bit older, you know what I'm saying? They done seen some things, and maybe a couple of kids have actually really died. And it's like, yo, we ain't got nothing. There's no way we can win besides fusing.
If I think it's like Naruto or like Bleach, like the moment that you find out X is this or this happens or whatever, like they might hint at it here and there, but you don't really see it go down until like at least over halfway through, and we're not near halfway through My Hero. Like we still got a ways to go. So I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I wish this happened like 2.5 years from now.
Y'all, I agree with y'all, But come on, y'all, just enjoy the ride. It
I
was
can't enjoy the ride when they're trying to build
I
upon
enjoyed
the
it.
story, and it's not like they've claimed it's not filler. Like the movie in itself is not filler. All in all, it's anime only, but it's not filler. So I'm like, I can't enjoy the ride if I know that in the back of your head you're like, but this happened this one time. I'm like, I mean, like if I was Deku and I made this happen, it would be in the back of my mind at some point. Like maybe I should try this again, like it happened last time. Like we are in a more critical situation now. Not just this island. Let me at least try to pass this on to someone.
to
Like
be fair
he's not
though.
going to do that anymore, you
To
know. So
be
I'm
fair
like, that doesn't
though,
make sense.
Nines was powerful as hell. What
It
y'all?
was.
What do y'all think about
He
Nines
was.
or thought about Nines? Because rest in peace, bro. Uh,
I think I like this character design. I thought him being able to hold 9 powers
You
was
look like the
cool.
Witcher, man.
Um,
yeah.
he had the Bane. He had the Bane tubes in his back. That was cool. Um, all in all, that with the history of kind of like trying to recreate the All for One thing, I think is a cool thing to add to the lore and all that. So I'm down with that. So 9. Oh, what's up?
Nothing. I'm listening.
Go and drop some knowledge. Drop some knowledge on me.
She's ready.
I, I'm, I thought he was okay. Like I don't think he was a bad antagonist or a bad villain or anything like that. But I think it was a little carbon copy. Like his motives wasn't very unique.
No,
It was
I
the
get it.
same old, right? And his like his powers and stuff in general were cool, but like the whole like regurgitation of the big bad, which we know is still kind of a threat, even though he is in prison or whatever. Like I
Yeah.
just don't. I'm like, I know we haven't seen the last of All for One.
Of course not. He's still pulling the
So,
strings.
Yeah,
so when
they
we
got him
introduce
on
this
ice for
character
like the
that's got
final
a
season.
similar sentiment, like I just or similar powers based on what they gave him, I just, it was just, it was a little unfulfilling. Not majorly, but I thought he was all right. Like I said, I didn't really have any major issues with him. I really liked the combination of his powers. So I think the execution was really cool, and I liked that they were like, oh, he's the only whole 9 and all that. But so I know it's hinting at like possibilities, you know, but I don't. It's not like I'm gonna just remember him for like ever either. Like I don't think he's just gonna like
Because
stay with me. He's not like
I
staying.
admit,
Like we haven't like staying with like
Nah.
season 1, and people still
yeah.
are carry like people still remember and carry on same
Well,
sentiment story
Stain
wise and audience wise. So
shipped. He shaped the story. Like he shaped it. He helped
yeah,
shape the series. And
yeah,
for me, I just thought Overhaul was cool. Like I love his design. I love just how unrepentant of a bad guy he was. Like that. Like I'm never gonna
Okay.
forget Overhaul's scene. Where I admit, once movie number 3 come out, and if they still do keep with 1A being dope and progression, I'm gonna forget Nines. As where I'm never gonna forget Overhaul.
Yeah, I put Overhaul above 9. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
nines. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
overhaul,
definitely.
that whole would dare like, I mean, he up here breaking apart his whole, people who work for him and making giant monsters. And he was spouting all that
Yeah.
crazy rhetoric of his beliefs, whereas Nines, I'm going to reshape this world, blah, blah, blah. Whereas Overhaul, I'm going to cure this sick world because it's diseased. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like, I got,
I got stuff to do.
you in my way, boy. You are in the way of my work.
I will say this though. I'm glad they used a character like that and not somebody that's sentimental for the future of the story. Because I mean,
Yeah.
they have some impeccable villains in this story coming up, like in general. So it's like I could deal with a character like Nas. It's not like they took from something that like we haven't seen before, and then by the time we see it in the main story, we'll be like, man, isn't that kind of like, you know? So I don't really fault them too heavy on it, and I do think that the not the creation of, but just having this character that will mean something. Not necessarily the character itself, but just the idea that they were trying to dabble in these type of guys that can kind of carry some of the stuff and pass on and transport them and stuff like that. Because League of Villains have always had like this like major game that no one can figure out. Like cops can't figure it out, UA can't figure it out, the heroes can't figure it out. So I do like that even at the end, old dude came up and was like, all right, you got to go. There can only be one. He highly entered the guy. And so I think he served his purpose.
Yeah, clearly. He just
definitely.
dusting them off real quick, literally. It's just like, you out of here.
He was like, all right, you finish, you out. So with that said, we kicked it for a minute. How do we feeling? Are y'all ready to score it? Have y'all scored it already? You know what I'm saying? Out of 5 stars, what you got? What you got, Ninja?
I could probably give it a solid 4.3.
Oh.
All right. How about you, Coop?
Since I'm gonna go for it. It's hot, like the animation, sound, voice work, and the ability to get the whole class involved, including Proppy.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Animation looked, and it was on a beach. I love the beach, so hey.
Right near the beach.
And OP Wolf guy was dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna roll with you. I'm gonna give it a solid 4 straight 4 stars. Enjoyed it. There's some things where I was like, it kind of bothered me, but at the same time, I had a good time watching this.
Yeah.
And I'll end up buying it just like I bought the first.
It's very rewatchable. If you don't read the manga, share like Ninja over here. Like if you're,
I still think it's rewatchable. Like, I mean, I gave it a high score for a reason.
Yes, you did.
I mean, anything I said negative about it was very nitpicky, and it wasn't like like made it unwatchable or anything like that. It's just elitist critiques.
Anime snob.
Yeah, and with that, well, I mean, we're all anime snobs. I mean, My Hero. It was a long. I just started watching My Hero this year. There was a long time where I was like, nope.
I didn't really watch it.
I was like, nope, I'm cool.
Too. Yeah.
Well,
because I was like, I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, yeah, this is way too much like Naruto, and I was like, I just finished on Naruto, and I never really finished the Naruto series. I just stopped watching it because I was like, all right, I'm tired.
I still don't like Deku, and I still think he looks like Tommy Pickles. And that was
we hate no Deku, but damn, but now I can't.
Yo,
you know what? I can't unsee it now. I can't unsee it now.
Yo,
I hate you for that, Ninja. I hate
Tommy
you for
Pickles.
that.
All right.
Wow.
No, Ninja. All right, I got you, Ninja. All right, listen. All right, so Tommy Pickles, right? Tommy Pickles. All right, Tommy Pickles. He grows up and he becomes an exchange student. All right, goes to Japan, right? All right, just listen, go with me. All right, so all right, when he goes there, something happens. He get in an accident and he get amnesia, right? But at the same time he get amnesia, his parents die in the U.S. So it's like he's a forgotten child. Then the new lady that he thinks is his mama, it takes over as his mother, and he grows up in Japan looking at All Might. Bam! I keep going with bow.
Oh my
so then
God.
he go to UA, and it's really Tommy Pickles, son.
Shonen shenanigans is what you just described. In fact, Mike, no, don't put that out there because somebody gonna make an anime out of it.
No, Lord.
Oh man.
I've never been a main guy kind of gal, except for like a few exceptions, and that was the main hurdle. I was like, man, this potato looking dude, I just don't know if I can watch him for 500 episodes. Really?
Yeah. Oh, I would like to see the story where All Might comes to the U.S. and hangs out in Detroit long enough to name a move after the city because
he loves Detroit.
Just like a whole movie.
Yo, he'd be like Detroit smash.
I want to know what did he see that? Hey, they got Detroit. It was real. What are y'all doing in Detroit?
I mean,
fashion folks.
It is Detroit.
Detroit smash. That's
shouts to the D.
That's how much people love All Might because he can say that line, and it just sounds crazy if anybody else says Detroit smash. Like, you know what? Why? But I totally understand because it's Detroit. But
man. Oh man, well. With that said, guys, thank y'all for listening to us. Holla at us, we'll holla at you down in those comments. Before we get out of here, we're going to sign off. We got Ninja Yo-Yo. Tell the people where they can find you at.
Okay, that is Ninja Yo-Yo Cosplay, and it is at the Ninja Yo-Yo on pretty much all platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, BlackPeopleMeet.com.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
You still on there? Why?
Yo, you be meeting the most like wholesome people on Black People Meet though. Them commercials, like, everybody be mad wholesome, son.
And with great jobs and personality.
Yo.
And with six packs.
Yo, it's like the most wholesome people be on Black People Meet.
Everybody's in shape, dance good, and smell good with great jobs.
The face my husband just gave me just now.
What up, Daniel?
That's right, met him on Black People Meet.
Hey, you know I ain't gonna. No, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna stop.
It's like you go to Black People Meet and like everybody's like a executive. They're like an executive level. Like everybody's like doing like extremely well. They're making like six figures.
What Black People Meet you went on, but the one evening I went on there, it was just a bunch of Hobbit looking Hispanic and white dudes. So,
wow.
So basically, what you're saying is that Black People Meet is not going to be sponsoring Ninja Yo-Yo
No,
Cosplay.
clearly. You might. Wow, the slander. Yeah, huh? I know, man. I know. NERDSoulite, I agree with you, huh?
Oh, man. But, all right, Coop, where can the wonderful people find you at?
Of course, you can find me. I'm Keith Cooper on Facebook. Only send positive and loving messages. Don't send me no bull. You can find me on, of course, the Blerdish. Yeah, that's our job. And Mike. On Blerdish.com. That's www.blerd-ish.com. The podcast is also on Mixcloud. Eventually, I will get into this new century and get into other formats. Find me on Instagram at blerd.ish. And, of course, the Blerdish page on Facebook. No Twitter. If you find it, I don't use it. One day I will. And also, wanted to give a shout out. Also coming up, you can catch me and Ninja Yo-Yo at Blerdfest in New Orleans, April 4th.
Ooh.
That's at the historic McDonald Dirty Five. And in our hometown of Baton Rouge on April 25th, we will be at Mid City Microcon. Hashtag Mid City Microcon 2020. Shout out to all the committee. Shout out to all the people who coming. Shout out to the people working on it. Yeah. Horns. And just shout out, to the people who, like our homie Gamma Ray will be there. Shout out to my homie Mark Dub. He actually was in Los Angeles this weekend. He was in your hometown, in your area, Mike.
Word?
Yeah. Dub.
So he came to LA. He ain't said nothing to me.
Whoops, I just told on him. My bad.
Man.
Shout out to Shiracon. I know Shiracon just happened. Shout out to Shaquita.
Yeah, that happened yesterday. Big shout out to Shaquita.
But again, shout out to everybody from, if you in anywhere from in April, if you in South Louisiana and you can make it out to New Orleans or Baton Rouge or both, come to April 4th again, blerdfest.org. That's the second year Blerdfest and the third annual Mid-City Microcon in Baton Rouge at the main library.
Come to our table.
Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Come to the tables. Take pictures. Spend that moolah with Blerdish.
And buy some books.
Buy some books. Read.
Yes.
Literacy.
So with that said, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify podcast, Spotify music, Apple Music, all that stuff. Holla at me. I'm all out there. But I did want to also give a shout out not only to Ninja Yo-Yo, not only to Blerdish, but big shout out to Thought Crimes doing their thing. Grassroots Podcast did a gamers meetup this weekend that was super fun. Regular Nas caught a L in NBA 2K, but I think he was robbed. Big shout out to Double Toasted. Big shout out to Black Tribbles for all nerds doing their thing. And from us to you, before we bounce, we're saying thanks for watching. And of course, peace.
shonen shenanigans.
Bye. Have a beautiful day.